Hello viewers, hope you all are fine. I am Munaza Malik and today I am going to talk about offshoring and HRIS. HRIS is an acronym of Human Resource Information System. These are some learning objectives about today's presentation. What is Human Resource Information System? Why we need Human Resource Information System? What is offshoring? History of offshoring? Difference between outsourcing and offshoring. Is Apple outsourcing or offshoring? Why do companies engage in offshoring? Are offshoring companies illegal? Is offshoring good or bad? Pros and cons of offshoring, and the last one, steps to minimize the failure of offshoring. So let's start. What is Human Resource Information System? Human Resource Information System is a form of HR software that combines a number of systems and processes to ensure the easy management of human resources, business processes, and data. It is an integrated system designed to provide information used in HR decision making. It also helps HR managers to perform HR functions in a systematic way by using technology. Now, why we need Human Resource Information System? HRIS reduces the paperwork, manpower, perform various tasks, and achieve accuracy. It also helps technological advancement in organization. The main objective of HRIS is to provide information timely. What is offshoring? Offshoring is a process of relocating a business or business processes to another country in order to benefit from reduced labor costs or a more beneficial regulatory environment. A range of processes are commonly offshored includes manufacturing, IT, customer service, back office processing, and R&D. Now the question arises, who benefits from offshoring? Companies. Companies obtain many offshoring benefits when they relocate their business operations to overseas locations. Here's the history of offshoring. A limited amount of services offshoring occurred prior to modern telecommunications. It is believed that offshore service work started in the US in the 1970s. At that time, a few firms sent large batches of paperwork that was not sensitive time to the Caribbean by ship. It is a strategy followed by many businesses to assess the raw materials, skills, and resources in the host countries where they are cheaper. Now, the difference between outsourcing and offshoring. Outsourcing. Outsourcing refers to an organization contracting work out to a third party, while offshoring refers to getting work done in a different country, usually to leverage cost advantages. Question arises, is Apple offshoring or outsourcing? Apple, considering the leader in the smartphone market in terms of manufacturing, is entirely dependent on offshoring manufacturing, primarily in China, believed low-cost country. Its offshore sum is greater than any other company. Why do companies engage in offshoring? The primary reasons that companies turn to offshoring are to find highly skilled employees, not available locally, and to save costs on software development. Here are the top 7 offshore companies. BP, located in Britain. Toyota Motor in Japan. Sinopec in China. State Grid in China. China National Petroleum, located in China. ING Group, Netherlands. And the last, Total, located in France. Are offshoring companies illegal? No, offshoring companies are not illegal to set up. People think that offshoring is illegal and businesses exploit workers in other countries. A great vendor ensures that the workforce is never exploited in any way. Legal measures are in place to protect the rights of both your company and the employees. Now the question arises, is offshoring good or bad? Offshoring has acquired a bad reputation. Proponents of offshoring argue that it lowers costs and can save thousands of jobs by making struggling companies competitive again and avoiding their failures. Now, why offshoring is bad? Here are some reasons. It creates massive environmental degradation, loses control of your intellectual property, empowering political thugs, and results in low quality. Here are some reasons to pursue offshoring. It reduces overhead costs, restrictive local regulations to stay competitive, and the shortage of skills. Pros and cons of offshoring. Here are some pros of offshoring. Cost savings, risk management, managing risk, availability of skilled labor, 24/7 operations, tax benefits and financial incentives, economies of scale, favorable government policies. Cost benefits. This is really important for companies that are labor intensive. In a competitive market, when a company requires profit boost, the business operations can be offshored to reduce cost and labor expenses. Now the managing risk. Offshore locations that have been well planned serve to reduce associative risk with offshoring. This is true in case of outsourcing the offshore process, as the companies would be specialized in this field. It has tax benefits, tax advantages. Offshoring provides a lot of tax benefits, especially for those overseas companies. Now, the cons of offshoring. There are some cons: language and communication barriers, cultural and social differences, time zone differences, security issues, loss of intellectual property, higher offshore cost, increased unemployment. Communication and language barriers. One major drawback of offshoring is the language barrier. Most of the countries consider the English language as a common language, but the understanding and depth of knowledge differ. Cultural and social differences. It is always difficult to get acclimated to a new environment and a new culture. Also, the way people behave may be different. While some countries prefer talking in a straightforward manner, a few others might be reserved and take offense. Now, time zone differences. Appropriate shift patterns need to be assigned to match with the time differences between zones. Security issues. Offshoring does come with security issues, and hence strict protocols and safety measures need to be implemented. Loss of intellectual property. Overseas loss of IP would mean the multiplication of the original cost. Higher offshore cost. Offshore cost of labor might be about 70% lower, but other utilities might come costly like electricity in some countries. It increases the unemployment. Now the steps to minimize the failure of offshoring. Here are some steps. Vendor evaluation and selection capability, acceptance of outsourcing and offshoring, joint migration team, vendor evaluation and selection capability, relationship management, ensure confidentiality and performance for offshore team. Conclusion. While offshoring comes with its advantages of reducing labor cost, facilitating new market and opportunities, it has challenges too like social, cultural, and communication barriers. It produces economic value for both developed and developing nations. If their economies are sufficiently open to seize the opportunity and companies are willing to invest, appropriate standards and protection of rights, along with developing a body of successful offshoring deals, will ensure this value continues to grow and benefit all. So here's all about the offshoring and HRIS. Thank you.